What's good? What's good? I ruffled some feathers this morning. If you go back and watch 2-3 weeks ago, I made a video titled, You Don't Even Work! Virtue Signaling Stories. That is kind of connected to this video in that I was addressing some memes and comments that an individual within the conscious community was sharing, particularly when Elon Musk and Doge were more in the news, you know, riling people up and whatnot. This person had posted, I want my tax dollars to go to park rangers and air traffic controllers and marginalized communities. And I called them out a little bit because they say they are part of the conscious community and conscious collective, the group of people who claim to believe the government is the root of many of our problems and evils, and yet they fell for the propaganda saying they need to hate Elon Musk and that they need to support marginalized communities and all that other BS, which, yes, we should support underserved individuals. Absolutely. But that's your job. Go out into your fucking community and do it. Anyways, that person from that video is the wife of a pretty prominent figure in the conscious community, the conscious collective. I don't want to say names, but I lived with them for a little bit. And I may have in that video talked about how there were 4 of us living there, but only 3 of us paid rent because the guy, he was the arbiter, the administrator of the house. So he just didn't have to pay rent. I didn't find that out until after the fact. But anyways, and I talked about how he was just not a great guy, right? He didn't lead the house well. There were no house meetings. There was no coordination or communication. It was just he went in his room, did his show, and then that was it. And then collected money and then told us we need to pay more because of the heat bill. And it became evident he was not a good man. And I'm not trying to sound too judgmental. It's more of when I identify somebody that is not a good, virtuous person or who's not trying to be virtuous and authentic, then I'm going to withdraw my energy and not associate with them, which is essentially what I did and why I ultimately decided not to try to become a part of their network, because they have a whole network of content creators and everything, because I just did not have faith in their leader. So this morning, this gentleman posted on his Facebook talking about how, he's been steadfast in his beliefs and he doesn't understand why he seems to be losing friends and all this other stuff. And I'm still social media friends with him and we engage a little bit here and there because I care about the mission of building a free society. And although I might disagree with certain people on certain things, the mission supersedes everything. So I did not entirely cut off the connection. I just was I'm not going to be super friendly and cordial. It's more like a business sort of relationship, but not even business in that because I'm not trying to make money with them or anything, but, business in the sense of we're building a free society. So he made that post and I knew eventually this would all need to come to a head of sorts. And it just felt like the right time. So I commented on the post and I had said, correct me if I'm wrong, but a few weeks ago, you were defending park rangers and other government employees. Do you support a free society or your own form of special government? And he went off and I was defending my wife from mindless zombies and blah, 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 blah. I didn't really answer the question. And so he said, not sure what got your panties in a wad to comment on my social media. You not being a good dude is what got my panties in a wad. And then you just being fake as shit and supporting your fake as shit wife. You're good people at the core, but when all you do is virtue signal, and then fall for the propaganda. You need to wake up. Wake up! You're in the conscious fucking community, for God's sakes! Okay, So I replied to his reply saying something like, you didn't really answer my question, thus kind of proving my point and maybe why you're losing friends. And I can understand why people are being pushed away from it, because instead of staying in the middle, instead of saying, yes, the left and the right suck, the government as a whole sucks, they fell for one side of the psyop. The whole Elon Musk is a Nazi psyop. I don't love Elon Musk. I'm not here to defend Elon Musk. I'm here to raise awareness to the fact that the government as a whole, not the Democrats, not the Republicans, not the progressives, not the fucking log cabin conservatives, whatever. The whole thing is broken. The system is fundamentally flawed to its core. And if we can't agree on that, we're never going to make progress. But, and I knew, like I said, I knew this was going to happen. In a collaboration I did with Steven and the BG Cast, where we talked about strategies and how to move forward, one of the things I said was, for team building and mission accomplishing, there are 3 general stages: forming, norming, and storming, right? So over the last several years, we've been forming, the first part, forming the group, the resistance. And now we're still getting new members and whatnot, but we're kind of in the norming being normalizing phase of mission work, of this objective. And the normalization process, I even told Steven, is where we will be most susceptible to division and to the psyops. And I'm just trying, I don't think the way I addressed this particular person was divisive. I think it was the just perfect amount of tension within our group during the norming stage to bring focus back to the greater objective. So even though I don't necessarily love this person, I don't hate them, not at all. It's just that I saw a lack of authenticity and a lack of virtue, but I've been there myself. There have been times in my life where I've been unvirtuous, where I've been inauthentic. And there will be times in the future where that will probably be the case still. There's about to be a garbage truck to go by. I might pause real quick. And so I hope that, yeah, maybe he might never again like me, but maybe he'll have opened his eyes a little bit, because we need all the help we can get on this mission. And we also, I believe in him. I believe in people, like even the Brothers Blue. I just want to believe in people and give people opportunities. And I want to have compassion for people who are just trying to pay their bills. I get it. This dude is just trying to pay his bills. He's just trying to get by. He's not, rich that I know of. He wouldn't be charging us the rent that he was. But anyways, and so I get that, how like the need to pay bills can cloud your judgment, but that's where virtue and intellectual consistency come in, and authenticity. And so I really hope that this was like a bit of a wake-up call for him and his wife, and that they maybe redirect their efforts a little bit. I'm not saying I'm right, that I have all the answers, because I don't. I know that I don't. There are so many problems that will need all of us to help contribute to solve. That's the point, is that we all have our own unique ways of contributing. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. My way of contributing is to raise awareness to the stateless society, to the corruption of the government, and to the fact that we need to unite and not let the psyops divide us, even though they are. And even my interaction, like how do I tried to tell them weeks ago during the first interaction, like I said, you're letting the psyop win. No, stop. But damn, the social engineers, I say this all the time, but this is real life. They are so good. They're even dividing a community of people who pride themselves on being hip to psychological operations and psychological and spiritual warfare. And yet they succeeded. That's how good they are. But we must not let them. We must remain vigilant, which is why I called this person out. It doesn't feel good. I really don't like doing it. It makes me tense and stressed, and I question myself, but I have to, and I know that. So I'll end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm slowly gaining momentum, and I think that it's connected to this mission and this objective that I'm going to continue to push. So if you want to help support the mission, support me. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Check the link in the description box for merch. I got a shirt, No Division. Much love.